Here is the Legion 5i, which is yet another mid-range gaming laptop with i7 14650HX processor and RTX 4060, competing with the likes of Omen, Helios Neo and ROGstrix. Let's find out in this video what this laptop has to offer, its advantages, limitations, and if it's worth buying. Spoilers, it's not. Yeah, me, Legion fan, is not so sure about this Legion. So please see the whole video to find out. Starting with the positives, it comes in this cool greyish silver color called Lunar Grey with metal top lid and polycarbonate body, and this one has black keys on the silver body, which looks quite refreshing to me. The build feels quite good with sturdy hinges, giving no screen wobble, no top lid flex and no keyboard flex. And the top lid can easily be opened with one hand and goes back to full 180 degrees for sharing. It still has that signature look passed down from many generations, except for the side vents and back vents, unlike Predator or Omen, who have completely changed their looks. But still, it feels very minimalistic and premium, a great choice for both gamers and working professionals. It has a great full-size True Strike 4-zone RGB keyboard with some RGB effects to choose from, which are good except for the wave effect, which looks, well, it's not smooth. It has a great typing experience though with good key travel. It has a decent sized, fully clickable trackpad with multi-gesture support and feels very smooth to use. It does not feel bulky at all with these dimensions and weighs around 2.36 kgs. There are no exhaust vents on either side of the laptop and only on the back. I guess this is the new direction for Legions, no vents on sides for giving a cleaner look. But this results in less space for ports on the back and possible thermal issues. Let's find out. And Legion, being Legion, has no shortage of ports, giving 3 USB Type A ports and 2 USB Type C ports. On the left side, it has one USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1 port that has always-on functionality, one USB Type C 3.2 Gen 2 port that has support of DisplayPort 1.4 and PD charging up to 140 watts, another Type C 3.2 Gen 2 port that has a support of only DisplayPort 1.4 and one audio mic combo jack. On the right side, it has 2 USB Type A 3.2 Gen 1 ports, one card reader, one privacy shutter, one RJ45 Ethernet port, and the back side only has one HDMI 2.1 port with support of up to 8K 60Hz display and one power pen. The port situation of this laptop is good, giving 3 USB Type A ports, which is the sweet spot, 2 USB Type C ports and a card reader. However, it could have been much better if majority of the ports lied on the back side for a cleaner look. And we can see this pattern in other Lenovo gaming laptops like Slim and Lock as well. Probably the reason for less ports on the back side might be due to the lack of vents on the sides, leading to this third vent on the back, so less space for ports. Tell me in the comment section, what do you prefer? Side vents with more ports on the back or no vents at the cost of less ports at the back? Talking about the screen, it has a good screen giving a 16-inch 2560 by 1600 IPS anti-glare screen with a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, a 350 nits brightness, 100% sRGB color gamut, 1600 by 1 contrast ratio, which makes it an ideal screen for creative tasks, and has a refresh rate of 165 Hz with 5 millisecond response time, making it a good screen for general and competitive gaming. It has no shortage of features like a mux switch, but it has no advanced Optimus, so you'll have to restart the laptop for it to take effect. It has Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2. It has a full HD webcam. It has an option for undervolting and custom fan control, which will come in handy after you see the thermals of this laptop. An 80 watt-hour battery that gives a backup of 6 hours of regular usage and 1 hour of gaming, and comes with a 230 watt charger. It has a signature LA1 AI chip for that better resource allocation. It comes with 2 speakers of 2 watt each that sound good and clear. It comes with MS Office 2021 pre-installed. And this laptop is packing a powerful punch, giving i7 14650HX with 16 cores and 24 threads, of which 8 are P cores and 8 are E cores, which is the major difference between the i7 14650HX and 14700HX, as the 14700HX has more E cores. So basically the performance cores are the same same for both the processors, but the 14700HX would be more power efficient in regular usage. And this processor has a maximum clock speed of 5.2 GHz. It comes with RTX 4060 with 8 GB of GDDR6 VRAM and a maximum TDP of 140 watts, a 16 GB of DDR5 RAM clocked at 5600 MHz, and comes in a single channel, which is actually a good thing as upgrading to 32 GB will only cost one more 16 GB stick instead of two, as it has two RAM slots of 16 GB each, and it has a 1 TB of Gen 4 NVMe pre-installed, which can be upgraded with two total M.2 slots of 2 TB each, giving a total of 4 TB. And with hardware like that, this laptop gave the following Cinebench R23 scores: R24, Geekbench, PC Mark 10, and 3D Mark Times patches. And with scores like these, this laptop can easily handle hardcore gaming, streaming, coding, 4K level editing, 3D modeling, and AI work. I ran a few AAA titles on this laptop with these test conditions, and here are the results. Games like Valorant, GTA 5, Counter-Strike, and Warzone gave great FPS as expected from this laptop, but the thermals were surprisingly on the higher side for the CPU. Games like Far Cry 6, RDR2, and Cyberpunk also gave great FPS, but the attempts were again on the higher side for the CPU. However, some games like Horizon West, Last of Us, and Hogwarts Legacy did not even perform as expected. Temps were also at the higher side. Even with ray tracing off, it did not perform as expected, so it's highly advisable to use frame generation if you want to use ray tracing. Something is definitely wrong with Lenovo, as this and Legion 7 that I reviewed both gave bad thermals, especially with CPU. Maybe it's the lack of the air vents or some driver issue with Legions, but this year, for a few laptops that I have tested, did not have good thermals. This laptop is available online for 1,47,000 at the time of making this video, but you can get this laptop for a much better deal at Premier Laptops exclusive Lenovo store, which is one of a kind in the whole North India and has to offer great deals on gaming laptop. Do check them out before buying. Contact details in the description and refer my channel's name for a special discount. And this segment of laptop has good options like Acer Predator Helios Neo 16, HP Omen, Asus ROGstrix, MSI Crosshair, MSI Sword, Lenovo Lock, the AMD version of Nitro 5, and the Ryzen 9 version of Asus TUF at almost the same price. So though this laptop has good features and average enough price for which it comes in, the performance and thermals part of it cannot be ignored. The same price segment offers great deals like Predator and Omen, which have great looks, great features, comes in about the same price, but offers much better performance and thermals. This time is probably not the best time to buy Legions, as there is definitely something wrong causing them to perform bad and give poor thermals. I say this because even my own 2-year-old 12th generation Legion that used to give great thermals at 2K resolution in games that I used to play has started to give bad thermals in the same games from mid 2024. I have done everything like cleaning, servicing, changing the thermal paste, but the issue persists. Maybe it's just a coincidence and has nothing to do with this year's poor performance, but I do hope that Legion redeems its name next year. So as much as it breaks my heart to say this, no, do not buy this laptop. And as always, if you like my content, consider subscribing for more stuff like this. Hit that like button if you really like the video. Tell me about it in the comment section, and see you next time.